Hey guys, all right, so today we're gonna try something a little different. So because my screen keeps freezing, I think it's because there's so many people on that Google Meet. My screen keeps freezing, so I thought this is what I would try instead. So after today, I'm gonna reach out to a couple of you and ask you what you think. Like, do you think this was better, or do you think I should continue to do Google Meets? I still will be on during class watching GoFormatives. Some of you need to realize that those GoFormatives, they shut off. So if you do not turn in your work in the correct amount of time, you won't be able to. It's not like I'm sitting in front of you and collecting assignments. So you need to make sure that you're getting things done in class. So grab your note packets out if you haven't already. Turn to page 4. And I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that, or a couple of seconds to do that. Or I guess we could just probably pause or go from there. So page 4 in your assignment packet, everything from yesterday looked really good. I think we're going to have to probably look again a little bit at graphing and finding those slope intercepts or y-intercepts. But other than that, I thought you guys did really well with that. So today, we're going to be doing probably something that's going to seem really weird. We did this kind of back in the first unit where we took one equation and we transformed it into another equation. It was those literal equations. Remember when we played, I think I called it tic-tac-toe, but it was really more like bingo. I don't know. There was candy involved. Everyone liked the fact there was candy involved. But today, your equations are going to start out looking kind of like this. And this is called standard form. So standard form, we will be talking about a little bit more in depth later on. But all of your equations will be in standard form. So standard form is ax plus by equals c. So that's what standard form looks like. So your ultimate goal, though, today is to get things in slope-intercept form. So we need to go from this standard form to slope-intercept form. And don't forget, if slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So we need to take something that looks like this and solve for y. So basically, you're just taking this equation, moving some things around, use your algebra skills, get y by itself. So we're going to walk through a couple of examples together, and this is part of your assignment today, so I am giving you some free answers to so I can keep an eye on you when you're typing it in. I'll switch up colors to keep it interesting for you. So for number 1, they want you to write the equation in slope-intercept form and then identify the slope and identify the y-intercept. So this says 2x plus y equals 3. So first thing I need to do is get this into slope-intercept form. I need to get y by itself. So I need to get y by itself on this side of the equation. So first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this 2x. So this is a positive 2x, so I'm going to subtract 2x. So then I have y equals, now I want to write it in this form, so the x part needs to come out front. And the x part is negative 2x. And then this right here is a positive 3, so plus 3. Y is already by itself, so there's my slope-intercept form. So that was just a little one-stepper. After you figure out what it is in slope-intercept form, you need to identify the slope and also identify the y-intercept, or where you are beginning on your graph. So the slope is always the number in front of x, so my slope is negative 2. And then your y-intercept is always the number being added or subtracted on the end, and it's a positive 3. So every single one of these problems technically has 3 answers: the equation, the slope, and the y-intercept. And that's all you gotta do for number 1. Let's take a look at number 2. Same idea. We need to solve for y. So we need to get y by itself. So to get y by itself, we need to take the x part over to the other side first. This is a positive 4x, so I'm going to subtract 4x. Cancels out there. Bring down the 5y, bring down the equal sign. Now you need to put this 4x part, negative 4x part out in front. So you have negative 4x, and then this 30 is negative, so minus 30. So I check here, my y is still not by itself. To get y by itself, this is being multiplied, so I need to divide by 5. Now you have to divide everything by 5. So then I get y equals, this can't be reduced, so I leave it as negative 4 over 5x. Negative 30 divided by 5 is negative 6. There's my slope-intercept form. Once it's in slope-intercept form, though, now we need to identify the slope, which is the number in front of x, which is negative 4/5. And I also need to identify the y-intercept, which there is a minus 6, so it's minus 6. I think I'm going to do one more. Let's do number 3. So if we take a look at number 3, here again, I need to get into slope-intercept form, so I need to get y by itself. So I'm going to bring the x part over by subtracting x. Notice I'm doing kind of the same thing every single time. Bring the x over, divide by what's in front of y. So subtract x, bring down what you have here. Now this 3, if you look to the left of it, there's a minus sign, so this is a negative 3y equals, put the x part out in front, negative x, and that's a positive 12. So now to get y by itself, I divide by negative 3. So when you have these negatives, you do need to be kind of careful. So that cancels, and I get y equals negative 1 divided by negative 3. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. This is a 1 over 3 because there's a 1 in front of this x that they never write. So 1 over 3x, and then positive 12 divided by negative 3 is a negative 4. So there's my slope-intercept form. My slope is 1/3, and my y-intercept is negative 4. So I'm going to keep an eye on you guys while you're working and check and see if I need to pop on and help you guys out. But this is definitely a good start for you. So each one of these is technically 3 problems within themselves. You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them, I think, to try on your own. And it's really the hard part is just remembering that you need to bring the x over, divide, bring the x over, divide. You need to reduce your fractions as much as possible. So as you're working through, if there's any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.